What's up, guys? Zorak47 here, and we're gonna be doing No Man's Sky today. Again, tried it once before, but I did not have the equipment to do it properly. So now we're gonna be redoing it, and hopefully this time it doesn't stutter and look like crap. So here we go.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization. Life support systems activated.
54.7 toxicity, and it's raining. Great. Toxic rain.
Kinetic system online.
Who doesn't love a little toxic rain in the morning?
Scanner damaged. Repair required.
Some
Aerial propulsion jetpack online.
jetpack. Hell yeah. So glad I don't have to fix the jetpack.
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
Looks like we got a sodium
User initialization sequence complete.
Iden 130 or I-30. Could be either. I'm gonna go with 130. Planet is toxic as hell.
Toxic protection falling.
We do have sodium right here, which is perfect. We're gonna need as much sodium as we can get our hands on to recharge our hazard protection systems. Also gonna start getting a bit of ferrite dust because that's gonna be pretty much invaluable. We're gonna need so much of this. Oh, yeah, overheat, of course, yep. What happens when I don't pay attention to things. Also going to need to try and find some carbon. Look at that. Carbon is going to be used to recharge our mining laser. Speaking of our mining laser, the top right hand of the screen, you see it has a temperature bar, I guess, before it overheats. Oh god, let me recharge this real quick before we all die. Hazard protection, sodium, fully charged. Excellent. Now, that temperature beam on the mining laser before it overheats, as it goes up, once it hits the top, release and start firing again, and it will dupe it into restarting. And that's very useful because just releasing and restarting, just laying off the trigger for a second, going back into it, takes a lot less time than it does to wait for that like 5-second cooldown. And I don't know if you've noticed, but as it hits the peak and starts to flash, it does not overheat as soon as it hits the end of that bar. See how about a second once it hits the end of that bar before it actually overheats. Like that. Okay. Now, what we're doing here is we're getting some dihydrogen crystals. Those are going to be very useful. We're going to need them for starship fuel and a bunch of other things. What is this? Deuterium-rich plant. I will take it. Jetpack power surge. Woo. Now, the power surge like that for the jetpack is nice. While, as long as it's active, you have unlimited jetpack. However, as soon as it wears off, you burn through your fuel pretty quickly. But there's always a price to pay for fancy-ass technology. Alright, now what am I supposed to be doing with my scanner? Look at that, ferrite dust. I already have a crap load. So we're just gonna go into our multi-tool here and repair our scanner with the ferrite dust we've gathered. Boom, just like that. And while we're doing stuff, I'm gonna put a bit of that carbon into recharging a bit of my mining beam. Now that our scanner is repaired, we have a starship signal detected, and we have something here that's gonna try to kill us. So we're gonna kill it first. Oxygen. Not gonna say no to a bit of O2. Oxygen from rich plant. Yeah, why not? Give me that. Gather some more ferrite dust while we're here. And I really need to start paying attention to that more. Alright, noted. I also then need to keep an eye out for some more carbon. Because this mining laser burns through carbon at a surprisingly higher rate. At least until we can get off of this planet and hopefully get it upgraded to something a bit better. Alright, you know, I think the theme of this is just going to be overheating. Like, for some reason I just can't pay attention to that. Alright, I'm watching it. I'm watching it. There we go. Yeah. Ain't gonna overheat on me this time, are ya? No. Up, up, up. Almost. Almost. I get distracted a lot. This game, it looks nice. I'm trying to remember how to play this crap. And I'm just trying not to die, frankly. That whole thing, that is gonna be a lot of carbon. I want it. I want all of that carbon. Come on, give it to me. I want it all. Well, probably 85 total carbon out of that. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Our mining laser is down to 25%, so we're going to recharge it with some of that carbon we just gathered. Now we're sitting at 100%, and that is beautiful. We also have a lot of carbon left over. That's good. Real good. Toxic protection falling naturally. So I'm gonna head over this way. Looks like we have a couple of crates, but my main priority over here, is to try not to die. But in an attempt to not die, I'm heading for the sodium plants over here. These purple crystals look like they should be something important, but it looks like they're just on ferrite dust. Take all of this sodium, and then we're gonna circle back around here and check out these crates that are over here. Wildlife. That is, I believe, our first encounter here with some sort of fauna. Alright. So we got some condensed carbon, which is good. More excellent. Damage container. Rusted metal, not a lot I can do with that. I'm just going to discard it. And some more condensed carbon. Some more fauna. You know what? No, now you die. Oxygen, yeah. Alright, so that sounded extremely loud. I'm not really sure. I guess I'll see how loud that actually was during editing, and if necessary, I will turn it down. Actually, you know what? I am just gonna go check that right now before I make it through the entire rest of this episode, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, so checked it out real quick, and yeah, I was right. That was loud. Very, very loud. So I apologize for what just happened. I didn't realize it was going to be quite that loud. Did a little bit of tweaking, and hopefully now it's better. Went and checked the audio in the game, and it turns out it's only at 80 out of 100 already. So I can't imagine how loud that would be if that was all the way up to 100. Would be completely insane, is my guess. So, we got some starships flying overhead. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, looks like we're here. We're gonna check out my starship. Alright, so I just wanted to make sure that the audio is good now, and we are. Sorry about that. That should be the last little interruption we got here. Hazard protection is now down to about 10%, so we're going to recharge that with some of that sodium, and then we're gonna hop in our ship here. Okay, we're online. Look at that. Atlas connection is intermittent. Launch thrusters offline. Pulse engine offline. My exosuit has directed me to a crashed starship. The controls react to my touch, and I can only assume it belongs to me, but I have no memory of it, no sense of a before. Let's read the log. Alright, so checking this out. Got the log. Unavailable substituting data. Exosuit connected. Suggestion: pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Well, let's just go right ahead and repair the ship systems, because I want to fly. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Pulse engine, need a hermetic seal and metal plating. And that's all it's gonna give us to do. Okay, so let me see here. Alright, so I don't know how many of you have watched the first one of these. I sure as hell hope this one actually looks way better. However, just with that, you may know that depending on how much of it you watched, the first episode is pretty much going to be us just repairing our ship here. The second one is when we actually get off the planet. Probable boundary separation failure. Vessel 16 empty. Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer unknown. That. Alright. Diagnostic no connection. Analysis awaiting fresh iteration. Containment prepared. Oh, that sounds menacing. Broadcast that. Traveler anomaly detected. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Anomaly is compliant. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you be saying I'm compliant here. Alright. So let's go. What are we doing? We're repairing our ship. That's what we're doing. Let's see. We need pure ferrite and hydrogen jelly for the launch thrusters. Hermetic seal and metal plating for the pulse engine. Alright, so I'm going to start with the thrusters, pure ferrite and jelly. Let's see. One of these buttons does what I want. There we go. A portable refiner. I need metal plating, oxygen. I have the oxygen. Metal plating, we're going to go in here and we're just going to craft a product. I need some more ferrite dust. See? See what I tell you about the ferrite dust? Extremely useful. Always need a crap load of ferrite dust. I got almost overheated. Alright, so that should give us enough to make the metal plate. However, I know we're going to need to make at least 2 more metal plates. And at 50 apiece. Ooh, pure ferrite. Advanced mining laser required. I don't have one of those. Just give it to me anyway. Come on. Be a pal. Be cool. Fine. Keep your secrets. And your pure ferrite. Carbon. Yeah, I'll take some of that. I'm going to have to recharge this laser at some point. Okay, so we're gonna head on back over here and we're gonna craft that. What is it? Portable refiner, of course. Wrong button. Holy crap, I'm bad at this. Metal plate. Okay, now we can make the portable refiner. I'm gonna put this right here. Now the portable refiner. The fuel inverter is going to take carbon or condensed carbon. Either word, doesn't really matter. The input, we're going to put ferrite dust. and that's going to, at a 1-to-1 ratio, is going to turn it into pure ferrite. Now, this does also alter carbon from carbon to condensed carbon at a 2-to-1 ratio. So for every 2 carbon we put in here, we're gonna get 1 condensed carbon. Now that is important because condensed carbon is essentially just 2 carbon. That's it. It runs more efficiently in these fuel slots. It takes a lot less condensed carbon as opposed to carbon to recharge the mining laser. It works pretty much just how you expect it to, which is kind of cool that you can pretty much just save space by turning it all into condensed carbon. But right now we're going for pure ferrite, and it's nice. It gives you the time it's going to take over here. It's going to take 35 seconds to go through all 117 ferrite dust to pure ferrite. So we're just going to go ahead and begin. And we're going to let that work while we go gather some more resources over here. A bit more carbon. And we're also going to get more ferrite dust while we're over here. Just because I put all I had into the refiner, and I am going to need some more metal plates for the thrusters. Now, as for the dihydrogen jelly, the jelly we need for our thruster sandwich, those dihydrogen crystals I harvested earlier give us a dihydrogen here, and that we can just turn straight into dihydrogen jelly. And there we go. Don't need to do anything with the refiner or anything like that. We can just craft that on us, which is wonderful. Alright, so this is done. I'm gonna take all that and put it in my exosuit. Alright, and we should have what we need to repair the launch thrusters. Now with the inventory here, if we're this close to our ship, we can just transfer between us and the ship. We don't actually have to get inside of it. But I believe probably here, starship out of range. Now we're no longer in range to mess with our starship inventory. However, I believe we can still send things to our starship.
Toxic protection.
Nope, out of range. Yeah, so we can't manipulate the inventories of it if it's too far away. So I do enjoy just being close to it. You don't actually have to get in it, and you can start messing with the inventories, transfer things. It's just super handy. So we're going to repair both of these. Our launch thrusters are repaired. Now we need one more metal plating to repair one piece of our pulse engine, and that's why I got that ferrite dust earlier, so we're going to scrap that right here. And I'm going to hop in because getting in the ship will recharge your hazard protection. And it doesn't cost any sodium, just being in your ship recharges it. So it's one bonus to actually getting inside of your ship. Now I'm going to put this metal plate here. And as far as the hermetic seal goes, there we go. Iteration functional. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. Yeah, I know. A hermetic seal. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. You are a smart ship. Assistance. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage navigation data from distress beacon cache. You know, I'm sure that makes sense to someone. We're gonna go over here and get that navigation data from this distress beacon, which I am 100% sure did not fall off of my ship. Look at that thing, it's like the quarter the size of my ship. I peer inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a navigational data module. And now it's mine. Weird red floating orb. Alright, so now we need to build a signal booster, which take carbon nanotubes and metal plating. I'm not actually 100% sure if I have enough for... Yep, metal plating. Alright, and I've got carbon for the carbon nanotubes. Ba-ba-ba-boom. So we're going to place a signal booster about here. And with this, we can put that navigational data in it, and hopefully we'll find us a hermetic seal. Input data, 1 navigation data. Everything's online, select the task, scan distress frequencies, I guess, because that's all I have available. Oh god, it's gonna be that dot way out there. Yep, son of a bitch. All of that is some sort of ore right there. I'm not gonna worry myself with it too much right now. I am just trying to get my ship fixed so I can get off of this toxic rock. However, since I'm carrying an enormous amount of carbon, I'm going to start condensing some of this just to make it easier to travel. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go collect some more carbon. My goal, I want to condense 250 carbon. Just because that should give me enough to make this journey and back, hopefully without having to harvest too much carbon on the way. I should be able to survive. My priorities are going to need to be focused on finding sodium to recharge my hazard protection, as well as just generally not dying in a hostile and toxic environment where I'm sure everything is trying to kill me. Okay, so that is a lot of carbon. Wonderful. I'm going to run back over here. 97 condensed carbon. Perfect. And as you can see right there, condensed carbon, the increased okay. Try this one more time. The increased molecule density offers a substantially improved energy per gram ratio. I like that. I sound smart when I say stuff like that. Let's keep doing that. Output occupied. Yep. So we're just going to quickly transfer that into my exosuit. Give it here. What are you doing? Give it. Come on. Give it. There we go. Alright, exosuit. And we're going to convert. Why is... What? Stop it. God, really? Come on. Alright, condense that carbon back into condensed carbon. I don't know what happened. Condensed carbon got into this side, in which it reverses the process and pulls 2 carbon out of every condensed carbon you have. I don't know what happened there. I probably just wasn't paying attention. Would not be the first time. Yep, condensed carbon. I pulled from that stack. Oh, excuse me. Instead of the carbon, now we're just gonna put the carbon in here and let that go wild while I search these crates. A little bit of wreckage. Hydrogen, alright. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Incoming storm.
Crush this. Oh, good. A toxic rainstorm. Alright. So, weather events. On toxic planets, this one at least, it's a toxic rainstorm. Hot planets, it's a firestorm. Cold planets, it's a blizzard. All of these are extreme hazards. As you can see, my environmental protection now is going down. Well, the toxicity of the planet is going way up, and my hazard protection is falling faster, as indicated by the arrows at the end of the bar. It should jump up to 3 here The screen starts going all toxic and fuzzy. Yeah, now my hazard protection is going down extremely fast. I'm sitting at 96.7 toxicity. These weather events, they all happen on every hazardous planet. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it out. How far is that? 920 units in this storm. So the only thing you can do is hop in your ship or find a cave. Caves will protect you from it. They'll protect you from the hazards of the planet, which is interesting, especially in hot and cold. But we don't really have a choice but to sit in our ship here. Gonna recharge our hazard protection. I wasn't so worried about just standing out there for a little bit. And we're just gonna have to wait for the storm to pass. Alright, so the storm is clearing. You can see the toxicity is falling back down to what it was before. If you caught it, was it toxic rainstorm approaching? The banner that kind of tossed up in the middle of the screen. The same thing happens when it clears. It just says storm is clearing. And now we're going to begin this long ass hike over to the hermetic seal. So we're just gonna run our ass over here. The hell is it? Imperium, jetpack boost. We're gonna try to keep an eye out for these little yellow things. Sodium. Because that's gonna be useful if our hazard protection starts to fall. Oh, some more wildlife over there. Alright, it's just as long as things aren't trying to kill us, I'll call it good. This toxic planet is already trying to kill us in itself. I don't need other things trying to kill me too. It'll happen later, just not right now. Maybe when I have an actual like defensive or a weapon or something. Just not now. What am I gonna do? Mine it? No, I'm not gonna mine an animal. All right. I need my laser gun so I can shoot it in the damn face. All right, so we just keep going over the hills. Not a whole lot of wildlife on this planet. Doesn't really surprise me with it being as toxic as it is. Probably hard for wildlife to evolve. Giant Azarina's flytrap. Just don't, stand next to it and you'll be fine. Let's see, one thing we also are going to want is on a multi-tool here is an analysis visor. And we need one carbon nanotube for that. Wow. Okay, I got carbon. I'll make that nanotube. I'm going to install an analysis visor. Alright, and now with that, we can scan things like that rock. I'm going to scan that rock. Brazite. Look at that. And we got 200 credits for discovering it. Yep. Alright, but basically I wanted this, save that carbon, that sodium for later, for the plants here and specifically the wildlife. Eldernia, plant, big mushroom-like plant. Now let's see if we can spot any sort of creature. We can scan it and it'll tell us what it is, like this unidentified material. We're gonna scan that. Hukriite. And this one here, Hukriite. Nope, undiscovered. Let's see. This one is Gumanite. The scan tool is very fascinating. You can just scan literally everything on a planet. However, once you discover one, it will label the others. is so fascinating. Looks like we have a chest or some goods over here. Most are good on protection, so we're gonna head over here and check this out. I imagine it's not gonna be anything all that interesting. I'm still trying to keep an eye out to find some wildlife. Be nice to scan something here that's alive. Rusted metal, junk that. Just sodium. Alright, so I'd say that was worth a little detour. Gonna help keep us alive. Get out of here, you stupid blue plant.
Toxic protection 40.
50%, alright. So we're gonna keep going through all these hydrogen crystals. I'm gonna take these. The hydrogen is going to be used to fuel our starship. And you do not want to be caught on a planet, an extremely hazardous planet where everything's aggressive and wants to eat your face, and find out you have no fuel. Because it's just so depressing. You have to go outside and fight literally everything to get some fuel and hope you don't die. Hey, wildlife, look at that. Alright, we're gonna scan this guy right here. Why Steldum? And on the left side, it gives you all of the interesting information points: the age, it's elderly, gender, prime, behavior, timid, diet, Gravitino balls. Where are you finding Gravitino balls out here? Oh, the weight, height, and notes. It screams when it's upset. Well, so do I, little buddy. So do I. What the hell is that? Let's scan this thing. I don't see anything that big here. The big thing I look for when scanning wildlife is the behavior. Methodical. Alright. When you scan it, it could come up as aggressive or carnivore for the diet. And those creatures will try to murder you and your face. So it's good to try to stay away from them, which is why this scanner is so useful. And since we're inside, our hazard protection is going to recharge, and there's nothing useful in this little pod. So we're just going to go check out the other one, which is where I was going anyway, and see if there's a hermetic seal, which there should be. Universal Language Database. Terminal online. Universal Translation Service reached. Lifeform Dictionary available. Sure. I'm gonna take an entire species dictionary and I'm gonna learn one word. And I'm gonna learn the Gek word for give. Just give. Research specimen. Specimen. I guess I just took that. Alright, Holo Archive. Accessing archive. Let's see. No one making this recording in case leaves behind the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damage. Can't find ship. Let's recover the supplies. The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do now. Similar situation, not the same. If it was the exact same, they would have used their hermetic seal and gotten the hell off this rock. Oh, is this like a shed? A fancy shed? Yep. Alright. Warning, unable to locate starship. Use an analysis visor to pinpoint ship. See, and then you can use the visor here, and whoop, there's the ship, way over there. 927 units that way. However, there's a big crack over this way, and a cave. Shall I explore the cave? As much as I want to, we need to get back to the ship. We're already kind of going over on this episode here. So actually, you know what? I am going to call it right here. That's all we got time for today. What's down there? Humming egg. Alright. That's all we got time for today. In the next one, we are definitely going to do a little exploration in this cave. Then we're going to make it back to our ship, install this hermetic seal, and take to the sky. That, what the hell? Oh, that's hazardous. Hazardous flora. Look at that. See? Boom. Hazards. Alright. If you guys like what you're seeing, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.